Look, Eddie, I want to jump right into it. I understand that you have some exciting news, and I want to share with our viewers, and the floor is yours. Talk to the people.
Well, some game-changing news. After 25 years with Sky Sports in the UK, we've now signed an exclusive deal with Dazn in the UK. New 5-year deal for UK fight fans to see a minimum of 16 events in the UK, plus all our events across our global schedule as well. So a major day for our business, a major day for our fighters, a major day for the sport, and can't wait to get started with Fight Camp at the end of July. We've had a great ride with Dazn in the US and globally as well, and the launch of the global platform, and particularly the success that Dazn has had even in the embryonic stage in the UK has been particularly encouraging. And you know, they shared my vision for boxing. Obviously, they made the investment as well that needed to be made to make these historic fight nights in the UK. And it was such a big opportunity, like I said, for our fighters, for our business, and also for the fans as well. And it's just really exciting times. It's a new era for boxing here in the UK, and we can't wait to get cracking.
I mean, you're always doing groundbreaking ventures. I remember when you first brought Dazn here, it was $1 billion, and we've never even heard that in boxing. So we know this is another incredible venture for not only Matchroom, but also for Dazn. And do you feel like this was always your idea deep down inside when you first introduced Dazn to America?
Not really, because like I said, we've been with Sky Sports for such a long time, and it really, it was a great deal with Sky. It was a great relationship. So something major had to happen for us to leave that platform. Of course, it was the opportunity to create just incredible fight nights in the UK with huge fights, huge opportunities for our fighters. It's also about Matchroom Media now running the UK production and building a team of talent. Over here, Barack, like if you think that the US fight fans are critical of the presentation team, you should see them in the UK. Wow, right? So it's almost like as important as the fight. So we're going to be building the best commentary, the best presentation, the best analytical team for Dazn. But when we went to the US with Dazn, there was talks that one day they might launch in the UK. It wasn't really a longer term plan, but the launch of this global product for Dazn, sitting alongside our dreams of that global expansion for boxing, and also the value for money that Dazn is providing for subscribers, not just in the US. You look now at the run of pay-per-view events coming up in the US, it's outrageous. You've got to be like, you're spending about $500 over the next 6 weeks in the US to watch boxing, but in the UK as well. And I just feel that together, with their investment, with the dreams and the vision that we have, we are well on the way to making Dazn the unrivaled global home of boxing. And the UK is a key market, a really big market where we have a great presence, we have a great profile, we have a tremendous stable of fighters, and you're going to see those international fighters boxing more frequently now around the world. You've been seeing it with our UK fighters. You just saw last weekend, Martin Ward, Chantel Cameron, Ramla Ali, UK fighters fighting in America. You're now going to see UK fighters also fighting in the UK and in all our territories around the world on Dazn. So it was never a part of the plan when we moved to America, but the vision that we've shared with Dazn has meant that this opportunity was too big for us to miss out on.
Eddie, as you are expressing like this vision that you had, it makes me think about that first press conference. If you look right behind me, there's a pillow there that says the future of boxing. That pillow, I took it from that first press conference that you guys had in New York City, that you guys had this campaign that said the future of boxing everywhere. I didn't steal it, a little PR lady gave
No,
it.
he stole it. He stole it.
But do you guys feel, Matchroom, that you are the future of boxing now? You can say that proudly?
No, I don't, Act, because we're no longer the future of boxing. We are boxing.
Wow.
We are the home of boxing. The future of boxing is something that, is embryonic and needs to be built. Dazn is no longer in that position. Dazn is the unrivaled global home of boxing. Right? It's producing the best schedules. It's producing the best value for money for fight fans. It's coming through with the best content, the best presentation team, the best analytical team. And the plans we have for the UK And one of the problems in the UK is that every major show or every major card had to sit as a pay-per-view. So now the shows that we have been doing on pay-per-view will now sit within the Dazn schedule in the UK. And that's tremendous news for fight fans, because every time I do a pay-per-view, I have to firefight, with the UK fans. Is it worth £20? Is it not? Pay-per-view will always exist. Anthony Joshua and these kind of mega stars. But the problem with the UK was we were having to rely too much on that model. Now we have the investment where we don't need to. We can just say to our fans in the UK and fight fans, look, this is a sustainable monthly subscription that is going to give you the best schedule in boxing. So,
you mentioned AJ will always be pay-per-view. So even once his deal is done with Sky Sports, should we expect for him to be just a DAZN fighter, and will the subscribers still have to pay a pay-per-view to watch him fight?
Well, AJ still has a fight remaining with Sky Sports. He's not part of this deal, this announcement. But, we'll look at the future with Anthony Joshua and 258 management and decide which broadcaster to align to. Of course, DAZN are going to want to be a player with Anthony Joshua. But, it's not a case of when we came to the US, I remember Oscar saying and those guys saying, pay-per-view is dead. I don't believe that is necessarily the case long term. What I do feel very passionately about is that if the investment is there from the broadcaster, we won't have to continue to do as many pay-per-view events, because it will limit the viewership, it will frustrate the fans. And now we can be in a position where, like I said, if you look at the US schedule, Lopez Cambosos, Gervonta against Barrios, Wilder against Fury, Jake Paul against whatever was announced yesterday, Pacquiao against Errol Spence. That's 5 pay-per-views in the next, I think, 6 or 7 weeks in the US. Right. That's not good for boxing. That's not giving fight fans value for money. So one thing which you will see in the UK is unrivaled value for money for fight fans. And of course, coming through with the additional content, the presentation team, it's going to be just a fantastic destination for fight fans.
Okay, so you mentioned additional content. So what are the plans that you and DAZN have for like non-live content?
Well, for me, that's almost as powerful as Fight Night. You have to tell the story of not just the fights, but also the individuals. And there's a significant investment from DAZN, as there always is, across the US market for additional content. I'd love to bring live talk shows. I'd love to bring, documentaries. We're also going to be announcing a major partnership with another media partner coming through that's going to give added value and exposure for our UK fighters, for our fight nights as well. But content is king and content is key. And we must continue to enhance the storytelling of these fighters and the fight nights to build the momentum to these fights. And that's one of the things about controlling the production. It's that cradle to grave mindset where from inception to completion, you control that process. So in the past, you might build a narrative, build a story, create the content, and then you get to the production and you're not in charge of that flow. Now that changes. You can build the production to align with the storytelling. Right. And that was really important to us in this deal.